Alright, a super cool big wheel kit here. It's a made in USA. Mountain Machines. So, see, this one looks all new and shiny, this one's all banged up. And they don't match each other. So I'm guessing this is a new one that's been replaced. And this old original one, right there, it's cracked. Alright. Looking at this closely, there's a bunch of cracks in the corners in this. People in their aftermarket crap, like why can't I just leave crap alone? You gotta add these wheels on to look cool so they can crack and be annoying. So I want to go online and see if I can, how much one of these costs before I get too deep into it. Okay, I can't find Mountain Machines online or MMP. Maybe they don't exist anymore, or I just don't know how to find them. There's one wheel on eBay, a 9-inch Polaris wheel, for $100 plus $50 shipping, but it's an online auction and it's 3 days left of the auction, so I'm not paying $150 plus for a dang wheel. So let's just get at this. Crack. 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 Major crack. 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 So anyways, I lost count of the corners, but anyways, every corner's cracked. Stupid MMP. Crappity crap. Crap. So it was a bit too tight to get my grinder in there, so I just took a hacksaw blade and just hacked in all the corners. Just hacked in there. Focus, see? Just hacked into every corner until you couldn't see any crack anymore. Just look real close, and anytime that I seen a crack, I just attacked it with the hacksaw blade. So I essentially cut the cracks out with the hacksaw blade. This one here is obviously going to need more attention. So now I'm going to take this little guy and some of these little fellas and get in there and kind of hog these out, kind of round all these out and give them some weld prep. And clean this up, and I'm going to weld it. I'm going to weld all the corners. I'm going to put a weld around every corner, inside and out. So I don't care how it looks. And I'm not real worried about it being balanced or anything like that, as long as she holds together. That would be awesome, being in the backcountry and just having your wheel blow up. Alright, well, that's good enough for this side. Just kind of rounded it out. I took Keratin's aluminum to remove all the oxide layer around all the areas I'm going to weld. So I could cut it out a lot more, but it's just kind of tight to get in there, and it's not that thick. Like, there'll be lots of weld on this when I'm done. So I'm going to do that side, and then I'm going to back grind into the inside after and gob it all in there, the side you can't see. So yeah, so anyways, I'm going to set up my spool gun and weld the outside. So I took my trusty old Miller Spoolmatic 30A here. That's a 200 amp air cooled spool gun. 040 4043 wire. These are usually 6061 aluminum. So nothing fancy, I just gobbed on. I decided to screw it, this whole edge. First I was just welding the corners, like I might as well weld right across and add beef, because originally there's, you know, kind of wimpy. So I beefed up in between all here. I put one pass on, then I just spotted another little pass on top for build up. So it was just super ugly, nothing. So yeah, I ground that down like that. So we're that far. Now I gotta get in there and just clean up and kind of back grind into all the crack areas and weld up the inside. Yep, she's going to be good. You want to know the ultimate secret to die grinding aluminum so your burr doesn't get clogged up when you're grinding? WD-40. Put a little squirt of WD-40 on, grind for a little bit, stop, squirt another bit of WD-40 on, self-cleans, never clogs up. You're welcome for that $1 million tip. Anyways, it's not perfect, but there's my weld prep. For the inside corners, it's just a dang set of wheels for an old snowmobile, so it doesn't really matter. Ground in there. Yeah, gonna weld up the corners and clean it up real quick, and that's good enough. See, like I said, just super ugly, just goobed on. Now, you know, I could have went out and the farm and set up my TIG welder and spent all this time trying to make it fancy, but there's no point. Grind it, gob it on, grind it down. It's gonna be just great. There you go, good or freaking enough. It was a wheel before, it's still a wheel, just less cracked, and it really beefed up the corners like mega time, so that's gonna be just fine. And if you're wondering what it's for, I bought a cheap, junky old mountain sled and I'm trying to make something of it. So it's gonna be a good month, probably, before all the parts come in to get it together, but when it's together, I'll show you all about it. It's quite the unit.